Socrates said that wonder is the beginning of wisdom. And I think there's a lot to be said about the fact that if we're really going to grow, if we're really going to develop, if we're going to be the people we really want to be, there has to be a real sense of curiosity within our life. I can remember as a teenager, and I think this is very rare, but as a kid, even as a teenager, I just didn't sleep in. There was something about, I thought something could be happening while I'm asleep. And I've always felt that way. I've always thought, now I know sleep's very important, so we all know it's important, okay. But my gosh, nothing really gets accomplished much while you do it. And I've always just thought, wow. Yeah, and even as a teenager, when all my friends would be together, sleeping over or whatever, I'd get up. I'd just say, and you have to understand, I didn't grow up in an exciting place like New York City or something where maybe things could really be happening. I grew up in Circleville, Ohio, okay? I mean, a little 10,000 farm town. The only thing that was happening is corn was growing somewhere, you know what I mean? And yet, but there was something within me that I'd just say, what am I missing? What am I missing? And I never wanted to miss out. Now, what's interesting is of course, I wrote a book called Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. And in writing that book, one of my favorite questions and I ask it all the time. I ask this every day when I'm with my team constantly. We'll be talking about something and I'll be listening, trying to get context. And I'll look at them and I'll just look at them and I'll say, okay, what am I missing? Now, here's what I want you to understand. Curiosity tells you that you're missing something. And I know a lot of people, they think they got it. And I never assume that I got it. I always assume that there's something I'm missing that, okay, talk to me. What didn't I get that I need to get? What didn't I learn that I need to learn? And I just think that it just drives me to grow and develop. It's just like there's something out there I just don't know that I need to know. And if I just do that, it just would be better. And so I think curiosity just drives learning to a great extent. I was in college when Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. And I can still remember the next morning reading about it a little bit, and they attributed this statement to Bobby Kennedy, although he is not the one who originated it, but he said it a lot. And the statement that he's credited as saying quite a bit is that some people look at things as they are and ask why. Others look at things as they could be and ask why not. Now, I'm in college, and I can still remember in the paper reading that statement. And there's just something about, how sometimes you read something and it just clicks with you. And I remember reading that, and I said to myself, I'm not going to be a why person. Look at things as they are and just say, why? Because, when you think about it, that's kind of victim-like. That's kind of like, what can I do? And it's kind of overwhelming. There isn't much, and it's beyond me. I said, I'm never going to be a why. I'm going to always be a why not person. I'm going to look at things as they could be and say, why not? Because that's what I call the curiosity edge. When you become curious in a sense of doing something that betters mankind, when you become curious in the sense of going that extra mile and asking those extra questions so that you can really help people, this becomes a tremendous asset